Kia ora guys, gals, and legionnaires. Rycon here, and welcome back to Let's Roleplay Cataclysm Dark Days Ahead, Leif's Tale. We're back with Leif, and we're doing better than we ever have been. I feel like last episode was really good for us. I've actually been preparing to write down notes the whole time, because I feel like that's going to be something that's quite important for us to do, especially in Leif's Tale, just because we're wanting to make sure that we're progressing in the right way at any one time. Something that I think is kind of the next step for us, beyond collecting more rocks and just surviving on a day-to-day basis, is going to be trying to get our fabrication skill up. So it's still the morning at the moment. Our fire is still going. There's nothing in there at the moment, so I'm just going to go ahead and chuck in 2 more heavy sticks. Just keep it going for a while. And we are going to work on our fabrication. I've been trying to think about what we can use, or what we can make in fabrication to essentially up our skill. So if we search for fab, like so, we have a whole heap of different things that we can make. Now, something that I think could be probably worthwhile and something that's quite easy for us to do is the improvised fishing hook. It's something that we could actually make use of eventually as well. So it's either that or making things like knitting needles that are, going to help us get there. The thing is that knitting needles, you actually need the bone splinters, or rather bone skewers, to be able to do it. So I guess that's kind of like a 1-2. The only thing though is that the bone skewers, there's no real difficulty to it, so I don't think we'll be improving. Whereas I think if we're making these improvised fishing hooks, we can improve, and we can make quite a few of them. And the good thing is, it doesn't actually take us that long to make them. Now, we will be using 10 bones to be able to do this. It's going to take 20 minutes, which isn't really that long at all. So we're going to go ahead and do it and see if we can, or see if we did get any skill out of that. So if we go have a look at our fabrication, we've actually almost got to 2 from that, so that's actually really good. I don't know what we were on before, or how many we'd have to make, but I think we might just make 1 at a time from now on, just for a little bit, just to see if we're able to do it. So if we go to hook, once again, improvised fishing hook, let's go ahead and make another, and we're going to use the bones to be able to do it, and bam, we've got our fabrication to 2, so that's great, and it's raised our intelligence up to 5, so we have 1 more extra point in int, because I know some of you absolutely hate that our intelligence is as low as it is, but it's going to be getting up there. It makes this a challenge, and we're getting there slowly but surely. We're discovering these things 1 at a time. So we've got 11 improvised fishing hooks with us, which is cool. Getting to fabrication 2 is going to unlock a number of things for us that we wouldn't have had before. So it's probably important for us to go have a look through, see what is there. There's a whole heap of things under weapons that weren't there before, which is cool. That is definitely cool. Having a look at ammunition, there's a number of things that weren't there before as well. Food, there's nothing that is really going to change there. Yeah. For fabrication though, I imagine there will be a few things that pop up under other that we wouldn't have had before, but I think there isn't going to be anything there immediately. The snare trigger, actually, we should check our trap. Let's go do that real quick. We're just going to take a step outside and just see. I don't see anything going on with the trap right now. Let's have a look. Disarm it. No, we'll just leave it there. We'll leave it doing what it's doing. That's perfectly fine. Let's come back up into our little home here. We're doing good though. We're feeling pretty good about life. I think Leif is. You can see he is actually happy. That's cool. I don't know why he's happy, but he's happy. He's having a good time. I think an outdoorsman might be helping with that as well. No, maybe just he's feeling pretty happy today. So that's good for us at the very least. Now we do need to try and get our skill up even more from that point. You'll notice that the rain is completely stopped now because we are inside the shelter. I don't know why we could hear it before. Question is, what do we want to make now, or what can we make that would be helpful? If we could make a fishing rod, that would be great, but I think for us to be able to do that, we would need a fair amount of cord. Yeah, we need 72 withered plants, which isn't impossible, it's just difficult. 6 long strings, yeah, it's a lot. I mean, 72, that's quite a lot. We do get a fair few from bashing bushes, so I mean, it's not impossible. That's only going to help out our survival skills though. Something else that we could have a look at though is wooden fishing, god damn it. That's my super Kiwi accent coming through there. Wooden fishing spear. We just need scrap metal, and we know where there is a whole heap of scrap metal, so we might go back and grab a whole heap of that. So we just need heavy sticks and scrap metal. Heavy sticks are easy enough for us to come across, that's perfectly fine. We have our hand axe. No, we don't have our hand axe with us, so let's make sure that we actually do grab that. That should be back up here now. Yep, we're going to go ahead and wield that because we're going to chop down some more trees along the way. We've picked up a rock somewhere, I don't know how. Let's see, wield. We want to wield the hand axe. Did I not pick it up? We pick up the hand axe. Yeah, so where is it? There we go. I couldn't see it for some reason. Fire drill, we're going to go ahead and drop for now. The fire should stay going for at least a little while as well. We got to hope so. So let's see. It should just be pretty much on the other side of here. Yeah, so we're going to zoom out and we're going to do our little movement thing through here and essentially hope for the best as we do it. Because this is the fastest way to move through, it would seem. So, alright. Did I grab all the scrap metal? No, I didn't. So good. There is still some here. We have spotted a giant bee. That is quite concerning, because it is quite close as well. I don't like that. I really don't like that, because that giant bee could still very well kill us at this point. We've got a little bit more clothing, which is good. That's definitely going to help us out, but it's not amazing. I figured I'd grab something. I don't know why I did that, because we can't really afford to be carrying too much else. Let's grab everything for now. No, let's not step into the wreckage. What? I might be able to build a we need a proper shovel, though, to be able to actually get through this rubble. And I don't think we're going to be able to make that yet. I think that's very nearly all the steel. We're going to grab the black box because we might be able to take it apart for something. So we'll take it. Why not? That giant bee is way too close now. Has he spotted us yet? He hasn't. He's tracking right now. This is a little too dangerous. We're going to come up here because it's further away. And I'm going to feel better about it. Okay. Ooh, good. We've got a pipe up there as well. Nice. Good. Okay, so there's some more scrap metal down there, but it's going to be a little dangerous for us to get to, just because it's going to be closer towards where the bee is. The bee is right there. He's tracking right now. Tracking's fine, as long as he doesn't kind of go hostile or see us. I'm not going to go for that last bit. I think it's just a little too risky. Newspaper, we're going to take it because it is paper. Yeah, we'll take it. And we'll just leave it as it is because we can use that in different recipes. We're still seeing the giant bee. That's not so cool. So let's get away from there. Okay, I feel like that was successful enough, as successful as it needed to be. So we're going to start to wander back through the swamp. Pine bough. Let's actually stop for a second and pick from the pine tree. Nice. We're going to take those pine boughs back with us. We're not going to be able to take all of them, so let's just see. Can we take 6? No. Can we take 5? No. Can we take 4? Yes. We can take 4. Great. We'll take 4, and we'll be on our way. Thank you very much. Okay, alright. We can get a fair amount of fiber and make string that way. It just takes time. It takes a fair amount of time. Spring day 6. Is it time? Is it time to plant? Let's see. Let's grab some stems. Too cold to plant. Of course it is. Well, I mean, we could still use our digging stick during night if we're not feeling tired to do some work there, so I will keep it in mind. I will keep it in mind. Okay, so let's see. The military black box, the improvised fishing hooks, the stems we need to drop back off as well. The wire we're going to drop. Go ahead and drop. Ah, where are the pine boughs? Am I being blind? I think I am. I can't see them anywhere. I don't know why. Oh, because we did them instead of the rhubarb stems. That is my bad. Okay, so yeah, we're going to grab those back and drop them up where they should be, where they belong. And the stomach of sealed water, we're going to drop that just beneath us, so we're going to drop those off. They're still within reach though, the same with the cotton balls as well. The cotton balls, I think we can actually get thread from disassembling them, so we'll hold on to those just for a second. Yeah. Cool. Okay, that's good. We need to chop down some trees, that's fine. We're going to leave these trees because I like them. They're a sight block, so they're good for us to have, but the trees that are kind of over here, we can go ahead and have a whack at them. Yeah, let's do that. Okay. I still don't know whether or not it is better for us to be using the hand axe on them like this, on the young trees. I guess we could try and use, right, like that. No, it just says that is a young tree. That's some great information. Thank you, Cataclysm. Appreciate that. Okay, let's go ahead, get moving. Okay, grab all of those, get moving. Why am I out of breath? Oh, from all this smashing. Yeah, that'll do it to you. Okay. Alright, let's start shifting everything now. We'll start doing it the quick way, like so. Okay, there we go. Just move it up. Across this way. We just want it to join up with the rest of the stuff. So, going from there up to there. Move, boom, perfect. Okay, so we actually need that to work on the fishing spear as well. And I don't know if we can just use the... I don't know about the fishing spear, actually, because I haven't used it before. So, I'm intrigued by it. I am intrigued. Hobo stove, I think that could be a brilliant thing for us to have. Right now, we don't need to worry about it, though, so we're not going to worry about it. Yeah, it doesn't have any other special qualities that we don't have with anything that we have right now, so, yeah. Don't need to worry about it. Bringing all that steel back, though, there are going to be a few things that we can make that we couldn't make before. Distaff and spindle. Could we make that before? I feel like we've already made that. Spinning fibers into thread and yarn. I feel like we might have one of those. Hard to know. It'd be great if, like, it put, like, a little star or something next to it if you had it. I guess I just need to remember. I'll do my best to. Okay. What am I making here? We're trying to make a fishing spear. So let's have a look again at fish. Okay, wooden fishing spear. It's fabrication, difficulty of 2. Our skill is 2. So it is going to be difficult for us to make, but we should be able to make it. So this is actually a spear gun spear. Right. So it's for a spear gun. An underwater fishing spear made from wood, tipped with steel. It's very light, but doesn't have much range. I wonder if you could still throw that, though. It's not super heavy. It's only 700 grams. I could throw 700 grams. Could he throw 700 grams, though? That is the question. And we get 4 of them. We'll make one. We'll make one to see, because we're using 4 scrap metal each time. Still, this is going to improve our skill. So, let's do it. Okay, we fail, but we didn't waste any materials, which is great. So we should have learnt something from that, maybe. Yeah, we're on 5%. Okay, so let's attempt again. Okay, we actually succeeded. How much did we get from that? Fabrication, nice, we got another 5%. So we're on our way. We are learning. That's good. Now, with that, I am intrigued to see if we are able to just... Now, I imagine if we try and throw them, it's going to throw the whole lot, and it's not going to work like a throwing weapon. Yeah, maybe, maybe not. Or did it? Ah, no, you can. Oh, great. Yes. And I guess we could actually use it like a fishing spear, as it's intended to be used. If there are fish nearby, we can throw it at the fish. Brilliant. We are going to attempt to do that. That's very, very cool. We're going to leave the sling behind for now, because I think that's something that we want to try and use. We've picked up some rocks, probably from the camp itself, by accident. And the sealed stomach, I did say that I wanted to drop that off. Before we forget, the cotton balls, let's do something about them. We want to see if we can disassemble them. Cannot disassemble this. Let's see if it says anything about that. You can use it to craft thread. Okay, well let's go have a look at thread. Okay, 2 cotton balls. We need a distaff and spindle, which we don't have. So let's go ahead and make ourselves a distaff and spindle. Shouldn't be too hard. 1 heavy stick, 6 minutes. Okay, and fabrication with a difficulty of 2. Yeah, why the hell not? Okay, that should be easy enough. Ooh, we failed and we wasted some materials. That sucks, but it was only a heavy stick, so it's not the end of the world. And did we get any fabrication? We did. We actually got 5% still. So even if we fail, we still learn. And we're learning at 5% at a time, because essentially what's happening is it's a difficulty of 2 and our skill is at 2. So it's like the prime kind of learning zone for us. So we'll try again. We fail, but we don't waste any material. So this is actually really good, because we're not using any material, but we're trying at the same time. Oh, this is brilliant. If we could keep on failing, that'd be fantastic. We're at 41%. Oh, this is just too good. Okay, we're just going to keep on doing it for a bit. Hey, we got the distaff and spindle, and we got to 56, so we're halfway. So we can totally do this. We can learn through doing, which is really important. I I think that's very cool. Distaff and spindle, we got you, and now we should be able to make some thread. How long is it going to take? Only 9 minutes for us to take those cotton balls and turn them into 50 thread, which is awesome. So yay, we have some thread now. Excellent, it's really, really cool. We're going to go drop that up in the everything pile for now, and we still have a plastic bag, which we can take apart. We can kind of, actually, probably better if we just leave it as it is for now, because we can turn it into a raincoat eventually, or a rain hood, so yeah. We can't do that now, we don't have the resources to do it now, but we're going to hold on to the plastic bag all the same. Makeshift crowbar we don't need to be holding on to right now. Yeah, we don't. Wild vegetable, we're going to go ahead and drop you down. Are we hungry yet? We probably are getting a little peckish, so let's just have some cooked meat. Get ourselves nice and full. And let's have some water from the large water. Yeah. Nice. Slate. How are you doing, fire? The fire is empty. Okay, let's go ahead and put another one in there because we'll just keep it rolling for now. Why not? We've got more than enough heavy sticks there now. Let's go ahead and put 2 in. That'll keep it going at least for a good while here. And you know what? I think we might try and make some more... we can just make regular wooden spears, actually. Although, what's going to be better here, right? Because wooden spear... Because I think our knife spear is better than the wooden spear, right? Stone javelin. That's fabric. That's okay. So those are both fabrication. Stone javelin. How many do we get? You can actually do cooking with it. Food cooking. It's got a range of 13. It's got a damage of 8. So how does that stack up against? We could make 1 just so that we know the difference. So let's go ahead and make ourselves a stone. We're going to use a rock. We can use a sharp rock. I think that I'll be fine with doing that. We're going to use a rag. Ooh. Or 20 thread. Oh no, we need to use a rag and then 20 thread. So this isn't so... yeah. Okay. We're not going to make one just yet. I'm going to have a look at our wooden fishing spears and see the difference. Damage is 12. The range is nowhere near as good. So they're right in saying that it doesn't have much range. Okay, so that's kind of true of that. We can't make too many of these, but in saying that, having some stone javelins would be pretty cool. How many can we make? We can only make 1. Because we need pointy sticks. Okay. Or a wooden spear. So there's actually 2 stages to it. So we could make some wooden spears and then get some skill from doing that. Although, yeah, so you need survival as well. Okay. Oh, but to do this, we'd also need a rag. Ooh. Okay. Don't know if I like that so much. It means like we're using rags like multiple times. Let's just make 1 for now, right? Let's do that. We're going to use a rag. We're going to use a sharp rock. Boom. We built a stone javelin, and that got us to 61 fabrication. So that is cool. Wow, you only get 1, though. That is the negative. But I guess you can constantly use it, though, right? So, yeah. Let's have a look. We're going to compare these 2. So, what's the volume and everything kind of versing each other? Okay, so the volume's the same. This has better range, that has better damage. Okay. But the range on this is almost double. You can throw the stone javelin nearly twice as far. Now if we had the spear thrower, that means we could throw it even further. So, yeah. The dispersion isn't anywhere near as bad. The armor piercing isn't as good. We're not going to have armored foes though, so there's nothing for us to really worry about. So the damage is a little less. That's okay. Moves per attack, not as good, but I think it's going to be better. And we can actually use it as a weapon as well. It's got piercing and the rest. It's got a blocking technique associated with it. So it's a good fallback weapon. It's not actually that bad. If we had 2, and I mean, it wouldn't actually weigh us down that much. The volume 0.25 is the same as the fishing spear, but obviously you have 4 of those, whereas you don't with that. It's tough. The fishing spear, if we could use it with the actual spear thrower, see this thing here. So the actual, I can never say it right. Atlatl. We'll go with that for now. It's probably wrong though. I apologize if I'm butchering it. So it throws a javelin. I don't know if it'll throw the other one. We can make it for now, because again, this is another fabrication thing, difficulty of 2. We should be able to do it. It's just a heavy stick. So let's go ahead and see if we can make it. Bam, we do. Our fabrication is still on 61, so maybe it didn't actually use that. Oh well. That's fine. So if we were, it's actually, so it's kind of made into a gun. Okay, so we'll just store that for now. Let's go ahead and see if we can reload. It doesn't need to be reloaded. It reloads and fires in a single motion. So if we go fire, it's going to use the stone javelin. So if we use the stone javelin, say against... Oh, so wow, the range goes right up to 28. That's pretty good. Okay. Oh, wow. Oh, we were moving onto the dirt. Okay, I don't know why I was like freaking out about then. So let's see if we can use it again. No, so it definitely only uses javelins. So would be better for us to use javelins with that. Now, whether you would use this over a bow, I think we have the potential of doing more damage with this than you do with a bow. But then again, maybe not, because the damage is 8. I think with an arrow and a pretty good shot, you can do some pretty serious damage. So if you have a look at ammunition, we'll be able to make a few different types of arrows now. What can you do? 4. So yeah, not as good. So I think with the added strength behind it, you're almost always going to be doing more damage with a javelin, which makes sense. You should be doing more damage with it. So yeah. Okay, so if we're going to make another stone javelin, we're going to have to sacrifice some more rags. I think I'm okay with doing that for now, because we are going to be leveling up our fabrication from this. So it's good. The whole process gives us some. So we're on 65 now. That's good. So now let's go ahead and make ourselves a stone javelin using the rag and using a sharp rock. Boom. We succeed, and now we're on 70, so we're getting better, which is exactly where we want to be. Now the fishing javelins, I might just leave over here for now, because if we see some fish, we can just run over there, grab them, and use those instead. So yeah, I'm in favor of that. I'm kind of hoping that they won't weigh us down too much, or we'll be able to make something that we can actually store the javelins in, because right now they're just in our makeshift knapsack, which is essentially a pair of cargo pants just kind of tied together. Not the best thing in the world, but better than nothing, right? Maybe one more. Maybe 3 would be good if we can afford that. I don't know whether or not we can, because I don't think we can make another wooden spear. What are we lacking? We can make wooden fishing spears until the cows come home. But that is going to use up our scrap metal, though. We might be able to get some of that back. I don't think we can disassemble them, though. So, yeah. Wooden shield. Okay. Interesting. Wooden armor kit. Bundle 2x4s prepared to be used as... Oh, vehicular armor. Or just vehicle armor. I don't know why I said vehicular. God damn. It's getting a bit hot in here, and it gets to me eventually. It's happening. So, it was using thread to be able to do that, so that's a no-go, unfortunately. So we could keep on making the wooden fishing spears to level up. We were having trouble with them before as well, so I'm not opposed to doing it. Okay, that's fine. We could be wasting some scrap metal, though. That's the only thing. Okay, but we're getting closer. We're on 80. Oh, we're missing scrap metal. Bugger. Bugger. Okay, well, we're close, right? We're close to being where we wanted to be. This was essentially the goal for today, was for me to get our fabrication to 3 so that we can start preserving food, because that's a massive deal. Like, if we can do that, then that just... But also, to be able to build like a hut, to be able to build a cabin, which is something that I want to do, we need fabrication 3 to even get started on that. So... let's go search for fab. Okay, so we want to try and find things, not survival related, but rather, see, it's saying it's a required skill. We want skills used to be fabrication. So the distaff and spindle was actually quite difficult for us to make, and it only uses a heavy stick. So we could go and make more of it. And what we can do is just burn it afterwards. We can just burn it if we want to. So something we can definitely do. There's nothing else here that I would actually want to make, so I think that's what we're going to go for. We're going to go for the distaff and spindle, and we actually fail, so that's good. As you remember, that works in our favor. We're going to be able to get there before long, and we actually succeed. Just for, oh, we're on 99. Okay, well, we'll make one more distaff and spindle. And we succeeded, of course we did. There we go. Fabrication 3. That's a big deal. So we're going to go ahead and drop both of those distaffs. And, well, actually, just 2 of them. We're going to drop them into the fire. So they're going to provide us some heat, some warmth. And we've still got 1, so that's good. We only need 1. We don't need any more than that. So I'm happy with that. I'm definitely happy with that. So now that that's done, we can have a look at building. No, none of that. We don't want to do any of that. That's because of our digging stick. We can have a look at building the rack. Okay, so smoking rack. What do we need? We need to have 8 rocks. Okay, but that's achievable. We can go out and get 8 rocks. We also need 16 heavy sticks. Okay, again, that's achievable as well. So we're going to go on a bit of a heavy stick haul. Do we want to be bringing the javelins with us? No, let's just leave those somewhere else for now. We're actually going to drop those just here. So our weapons we're going to kind of store over that way there. So we don't have a weapon on us right now. We should, oh damn it, we took our hoodie off. Didn't want to do that. Where? Okay. Alright, we need to make sure that it's all set the same way that it should be. I went past torso. Yeah, that's okay. We actually do want the knapsack to be kind of on the inside because we want it to be protected from combat. We want to grab the hand axe though. That's something that we're going to need while we're out here. And I haven't put it back where it should be, which means it's probably still in our inventory. And sure enough, it is. So is the makeshift crowbar. That doesn't need to be there. That is a good weapon for us to have, but we don't need to have it right now. Stone knife we're pretty much always going to have just because it's a good utility tool. Okay, so we need to make sure that we leave a young sapling there for our trap, but I'm okay with us taking these ones down. So let's go ahead and do that. Okay, hopefully getting a few... Oh, crap. We damaged the hand axe. How bad? Not too bad. Repairing it at this stage is almost not worth it. Okay, this is taking quite a bit. Because it uses resonance cord and things like that, and that's a little bit hard to come by. Well, it's not hard to come by, it's just... It's a bit too resource intensive for what we're wanting. For just like a basic kind of repair job. Okay, shift those across. I thought it was shifting everything, but apparently we weren't. There we go. That's better. That's a few more. Okay, how many are we looking at now? 13, so not quite enough just yet. So let's go ahead, get our breath back, have a bit of a breather, and let's get whacking. Okay, good. There we go. Don't want to damage this hand axe any more than we already have, but... Go. Okay, one more. Okay, nice. So that should be a pretty decent amount that we're getting across there now. Bring you down there. Grab you as well. Okay, what do we have? 23. Fantastic. That's pretty good. Now, we can't grab them. No, we definitely can't grab them. So the fastest way for us to do this is just to move things across like this, essentially. So we'll just keep on shifting them across. Occasionally I'll just walk down like that to move them past things. Okay. Alright, great. So we're going to move it up with pretty much everything else, because why not? Boom, join your friends. Okay, so we need 8 rocks still. So the question is, how many rocks do we have? Let's have a look around here. That's searching for everything. Search for rock. Apparently we have none. We have 2 rocks in our inventory, so that might be rocks that we've just picked up while we've been walking around here. So we are going to need a few more rocks. Now rocks do come back, so it's probably worth us heading... No, let's not do this without friends though. And by friends I mean our javelin. So let's go ahead and wield that. The hand axe we don't actually need to have on us right now, so we're going to drop that off. Okay, so if we see anything out here while we're out and about, we might as well do something about it. And you know what, newspaper, I want to go and cut you up. Grab some paper if we can. Okay, pick up the 2 papers, yes. Making the most of the world around us. Okay, so can I see any rocks right away? No. Is that... No, that's more paper. Okay, well, again, like, why not? We'll do it. So you're a large boulder, right? No, you're medium. I'm pretty sure medium we can smash with our crowbar, so we need to go back and get the crowbar. So Damn. But we're going to get a few rocks from that, though, so worth it, I think. Worth it. I just want to see if there is anything else out here while we're out here. Another bit of paper. Was that boulder there before, though? I feel like... No, maybe there are small boulders as well. I actually can't remember for the life of me. We're going to grab it, just in case. So let's just run back. It's not going to take us that long. Especially if we're doing our moves like this. That took ages. There we go, that's a little faster, isn't it? Okay, alright, so... Let's go and grab that makeshift crowbar. Oh, we didn't grab the... spear thrower. What the hell? Okay, well that was a mistake. Okay, so we're going to grab the makeshift crowbar. Oh, we kept the bloody hand axe in the end. I must have put the wrong thing down there. So that's my bad. Thank you to everyone that did notice and was shouting at me to notice. Unfortunately, I didn't hear you. Okay, so where were you? You're down here. Okay, let's wander on down. Does take a little bit longer to do that. Oh, okay, there's still some meat down there by the otters that we killed. I think... No, they were beavers. They were beavers. Okay, let's see. Are we going to have any impact on this? We don't seem to be damaging the medium boulder. So no, I don't think we can damage it, unfortunately. Although makeshift crowbar isn't causing us too much strife right now. Let's see if this meat is any good. It actually is, surprisingly. Let's take the stomach back as well. Why not? Okay, thank you. Thank you very much. We could try and use one of our spear throwers. No, we're not going to hunt the cats. We don't need to hunt the cats right now, so we're not going to. Right, there's another rock up there. We're going to take the sharp rocks because I think it doesn't matter so much. Maybe. I'm not 100% on that. Okay. Not seeing any others. I hope I'm not seeing any others, because sometimes I do miss them. And I think that's pretty much all of them that are nearby us for the time being. Okay, so we've got 4 sharp rocks so far. They might not be able to help us though, so... where's the giant wasp? Is that it? Like, right... No, okay. You're still up there quite a bit. Actually, no, you're kind of a little bit closer than you've been before. I don't like that. Oh, are you coming my way? You're hostile. Are you coming this way though? No. You're kind of just still doing your own thing. In the field where I need to collect rocks. Which I don't appreciate that. You could mess us up so bad. Eventually, we're going to have to deal with that wasp. It's going to be something that we need to do. I just don't want to be forced into doing it, you know? I want to do it on our own terms when I think we might be able to beat it. Which, who knows, that might be never. Oh, okay, we've got a chunk of meat there. Probably thanks to the turkey. Okay, we've got 2 rocks right up there, but that's probably going to be in the danger zone. Yeah, that's kind of in the danger zone. Do I want to risk my life for 2 rocks? No, I don't. That'd be a really stupid thing to do. So we're not going to do that. No siree. Alright. And that's a large boulder. We can't do anything about that. Do we have any other rocks up here? Oh, we've got all the rags still. Crap, how did I forget? That is terrible. So that's why you write things down, and I totally forgot. We're not going to be able to grab everything, and you know what? We're not going to be able to grab rocks. But we'll take back what we can. Did I not take you apart, or was I, like, not able to? I swear we've already done that. Maybe not. Okay, so we've got most of the things back from there, so that's something. We'll take it back. It is a mild success, I'd say. It's not really what we came out here to get, but it's something at the very least. Okay, I hate you, wasp. Please leave me alone. I don't want to see you. Please. Just leave me be. Okay. We got a little close there, I'll be honest. It was a little close, but we're away. And that's the main thing. So let's stay away if we can. With our fabrication, what it is now, I'm wondering, are we going to be able to tan those hides? I wonder, potentially, maybe. Let's go ahead and drop off, first of all, the rocks, neoprene, paper, etc. Drop all those bits and pieces off. Wrong pile. It's good that I didn't do that. We need to drop it off up there. Drop up in that direction. Ooh, stomach is old, so we should try and seal it if we can. We've got some rags, so we might be able to get something done there. Sharp rocks, we're going to go ahead and drop up there as well. Okay. Yeah, that's all that I want to drop off for now. Okay, stomach. Can we make a sealed stomach? What would we need? We'd need yarn or we'd need thread. So we can get thread by taking apart a rag. We can get 100. We'd have another sealed stomach, which is good. It's another container. We can store more things in it. You know what? I'm just going to chuck the stomach in the fire, though. We've already got enough for now, I think. I don't want to overdo it. So let's go ahead and have these chunks of meat, because they're going to go off soon. Okay. Alright, let's not overdo it, though. Okay, alright. So we've got some more construction materials back with us. There was something that I was thinking about. Yeah, the pelts. So let's see what we needed again. Oh, tallow. It's still tallow. So we have to try and kill something that's big. Not going to be able to do that. But I am going to write down that we do need tallow. Just so I'm aware of that. And I'm also going to say recover fabric bodies. Just so I remember that it's there, because otherwise I probably will forget, and that's not a good thing for you, myself, or Leif. So, okay. We don't have enough rocks yet, though, to be able to make the rack. Rack. No, not rack. Right, they just need to be straight up rocks as well. Okay, well, look, maybe something that we can do is start to move up, and I'm going to grab that out, make that our main thing. If we start to move up this way, now we did see a bad guy, we did see a freaking giant wasp is still there, god damn. Okay, apparently we don't see him anymore though. He's up there somewhere. Oh, so we've lost him behind the trees. That's probably what's happened. Okay, so yeah, let's not risk that. It's just not worth it. We're kind of like stuck on both sides by these giant friggin' wasps. They're not invincible, and we'd probably be able to do a decent amount of damage with the stone javelins, following up with the crowbar, but we're not super skilled yet. Now, what I'd probably want to try and do is test those skills out on an animal. So if we can find an animal, we'd kind of get two things from it. We'd obviously get materials, which is good, and food, but we'd also be able to test out our abilities here. There's a lemming, probably not exactly what we want to be using our skills on, but we could try. I'd just love to find some more rocks, but we're not going to find them unless we're looking in the fields themselves. We could go on a bit of a hike. It's not impossible for us to make it around the giant wasp. Can we sneak across the water? Oh, it's getting a little dodgy now. I can actually physically see him on the screen now, and that's never good. Let's not dive into the water, but that's something that we could do. If it did start attacking us, we could go into the water, but we need to remember that we have seen sharks. I'm just going to call them sharks. Zombie sharks. And that's not cool. We don't like them one bit. So we'd very much want to be mindful and aware that they could be around. So on this little expedition, we're going to go out, we're going to see if we can find some rocks. If we can't, we're going to come back and grab the rest of the rags, etc. That's the plan, at least. So we'll see if that actually ends up happening. So right away, we can see a rock, so success. We are in the clear. It's been raining a lot, right? But I guess that's spring. Here. That's just how it is. So we've got one rock. We don't need a huge amount. We need 8 rocks, right? So 2. We're on our way. Okay, and that's our third. So we're doing okay here. Wow, there's some really big flocks of birds or Is a flock of raccoons a thing? No, they're crows. It's a flock of crows. Okay. Alright, and there are actually some more rocks up there as well. So let's see. We've got a rock there. Cool. Awesome. Great. Let's start to head in that direction. We got another rock within vision as well, and we're not seeing anything evil, like you could say. Okay, cool. There is a small boulder. We'll be able to smash that. We will go for that. But for now, we're just going to follow these rocks around, because that's kind of working out for us. Go over towards the small boulder and the herd of cats. Oh, there's 2 small boulders over here. Nice. So, from memory, we can definitely use that on these. So go ahead, start smashing, give it a thump. Wump, pump, and there we go. We got 1 rock out of that. That is terrible. Oh, hang on. Wait, what? Oh, yeah, we got 1 rock out of that. That sucks. Okay, alright, well we're going to keep on doing that. There is another rock down there as well, so we're actually going to be a little bit over our rock quota, which is great. And again, we got... Oh, hang on, no, there were 5 rocks there. So that one was a lot better. Nice. Okay, and did we see anything else while we're out in the field? No, just more open field, which is cool. I like that. We have some more space, so we're going to try and take some things back with us. Ooh, I've dropped my... That's not good. I've dropped one of my stomachs. One of our sealed stomachs. We've dropped it. I'd like to go back for that. Well, I'd like to remember to take it next time that we're at home. Okay, so we've almost got everything from here. Looks like it's just these 2 leather patches, and that is everything. The bodies are now clear, so I'm going to go ahead and mark those off. Okay, so we still have another stone over there, but that's probably getting a little close to our waspy friend. Let's see if we can get away with it. We can. Nice, so we've got 14 rocks. Hell yes. Good stuff. Now, hopefully, he hasn't blocked our route home. Doesn't look like he has, but we're just going to have to take the long route round again, the way that we usually do. And we're not going to use the movement until we're actually away. I keep freaking out thinking he's actually coming over in our direction. I think if he does, we probably will just try and dive in the water. I don't know if they are actually properly, like, simulating him flying, so he'd be able to hover over the water. Don't know if that's the case. I haven't tried that, actually. I haven't tried running away from a wasp into the water. Okay, cool. So let's start on our journey home. And if we remember correctly, it should just be up this way. Perfect. We can't go into the unknown, it would seem. Okay, great. I hope that it does navigate you around fire properly. I think it does. But it's great. This fire has just been going the entire time. The distaff and spindle has been keeping them going, which is kind of cool. Okay, so let's have some water, first of all. We're just going to drink from that one there. And let's go ahead and grab a sealed stomach to bring along with us. Okay, over capacity, that's fine. We're going to drop off those, and let's drop off the patches, and we'll drop off these chunks of meat as well. So we can grab it and keep it with us. Just one of those regular ones. Nice. Good. Okay. Let's drop the makeshift crowbar down. Alright, we have enough rocks. Where do I want to build this thing? Well, I want it to be close to the fire. I still want it to be somewhere that we can kind of access without too much trouble, and somewhere that we could access while we're still underneath the shelter. We could go here, because this is still classed as being part of the shelter, because when we step out you can hear it again. So the shelter is actually big enough to kind of cover this whole area, even though it doesn't look like it is. It kind of is in a sense. I wonder if I'd be able to try and work out how to do the larger style graphics, because I might be able to do something for that. I feel like that would be quite cool. I just don't know how to do it. If any of you have any experience in that, let me know, because that would be really quite cool. I might try and just talk to Chesthole as well to see whether or not something like that would be possible for these kind of makeshift shelters, because I think it could be cool. Okay, so we could build it here. We could build it here where we currently have everything stored. It's kind of nice having that bush, meaning that we could just access things there very easily, but I feel like we could get rid of that just fine, and I think we're actually going to do that now. I just have rubbish in there, right? Is that... Oh, we actually have the plastic bags with heroin in still. Ha, okay. Well, I guess they can go with everything. We don't have to get rid of it yet, right? Yeah, no, let's leave the bush there, because it's kind of like we're stashing things in the bush. Yeah, okay, let's do that. And we're just going to shift everything across from there. So that clean water stomach, we don't want to be there. We want that to be in our actual shelter itself. So I'll move that out in just a second. Go ahead and move all of those. Okay, and we'll move that onto where we are. Cool, okay. So that means that we've got a little bit of space up there. Now, if I was to make a rack, not a rack, just a rack, smoking rack, we can do it. Hell yes, let's give it a go, and let's make it up there if we can. So, we now have a smoking rack. That's cool. It needs to be reloaded with charcoal though. So, it's part of the puzzle done, but we still need more. We still need to do more. And essentially what we need next is a charcoal kiln. Now, you'll remember, making the kiln is not easy. So I think there's two different ways we can do it. We can build a kiln in here, I think. Yeah, we can. So we can build one here, but then we can also build one using the construction menu. So I don't know which one is better. Oh, we cannot do this one because this is a metal charcoal kiln, so we can't do that. So the charcoal kiln that we want, let's have a look. Kiln. So we can make a clay kiln as well, apparently. Okay. But we still need rocks. So it's like, if the clay kiln is more efficient, it would make sense for us to make that, right? Because we can get lumps of clay. That's something we can totally do. And you know what? That might be something that we do if we can get our fabrication up over time. But otherwise, we will just make a charcoal kiln just using rocks. And I imagine maybe just a bit of mud. But 40 rocks, obviously that's a lot. That's a lot for us to get. So we're going to have to try and figure out a way in which we're going to be able to do that. Now, I don't know if we can make the home wrecker yet. I don't know if that's something that we can do. Let's just search for home wrecker. Right, okay. So, yeah, that's possible for us to do. I don't know if that's going to be enough, though, to be able to crack those rocks. And I don't know if we can make a pick. No, just a lockpick. Yeah, so we'd need a... Let's have a look again. So it's because the bash is so high that you might be able to work on the medium rocks and get a hell of a lot more that way. But as you can see, a lot of withered plants or strings. So that's something that we might be able to do. I don't know if that would give us any kind of bonuses to our fabrication though, making those strings. So it's actually tailoring. So yeah, and difficulty 0, so we're not going to get too much out of that. So to make one string, we need 50 thread, which is, it's a lot. It's more like plant fiber. We could get a whole heap of plant fiber. Yeah, I still think maybe withered plants would be the best way to go. They shouldn't be too difficult to get. It would just mean smashing a hell of a lot of bushes. So it's like either way, you're going to spend a lot of time doing something. So it's like, do you look for 96 withered plants or do you try and go for 40 rocks? I gotta think that rocks are going to be easier to just come across. I mean, we found 20 without too much trouble, so we just got to do that 2 times over. Yeah, we'll get there. But I feel like these past 2 episodes, we've made some pretty damn good progress for Leif. I'm pretty proud with how he's doing so far, and I hope you are as well. Please do join me in the next episode. I've been Rycon, you have all been awesome, and until then, stay tuned.